there was a direct merging of church and state because people like Joseph Smith not only held ecclesiastical leadership positions, but he was also the mayor, the postmaster. He held a number of significant secular duties that really startled their neighbors. That reaction from Nauvoo's neighbors is worth dwelling on for a moment, because those outside of Nauvoo saw this politicking as the very type of church and state interrelationship that the nation seemed to abolish. This was a flagrant disregard of the individual conscience, of the same man who had control of their salvation and exaltation is telling the Latter-day Saints how to vote. This is how they saw it operating. And so you had lots of people expressing their consternation, their disgust in newspapers, saying that the Mormons were no longer acting like a religious body, they were acting as a political body, and therefore they were not due the rights and privileges of a religious organization. At one point, very early on, by 1841, non-Mormon residents of Hancock County, where Nauvoo was located, created an Anti-Mormon Party. That's what they called it, the Anti-Mormon Party, because they believed that they were becoming a minority in the county with the Mormons and their growing number of voters in control of all local politicians. And all these fears seemed to come to a crisis in August of 1843, an election where Joseph Smith promised support to one party, ended up switching it to the other, and both political parties and the county at large lost faith that the Mormons were good faith actors on the August 1843 election, because I really do believe it is the hinge point that resulted in the Mormons' eventual expulsion from Nauvoo. Once Mormons had burned their bridges with the political parties who were no longer willing to work with them after August 1843, Mormons didn't take a step back. Joseph Smith didn't take a moment to pause. Instead, they continued to push forward, escalating things to even more radical actions.